Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch The Expanse Season 4, Episode 6. Today I'm gonna try to watch all of the second half of the Season 4, so you're gonna spend your day with me, or at least I'm gonna spend my day with you. And I hope that it's gonna be fun. I hope that I'm gonna have enough time because you know it's winter, so the light is really like off quickly into the night, so I don't know if I'm gonna have enough light to film. I will see that. You will see that, but I'm gonna try to not keep, you know, one episode for tomorrow. If I will see that I don't have the time to film, you know, the last episode, I'm not gonna film the two last episodes to keep them, you know, for tomorrow, to have a session of The Expanse and not just one episode to watch finally tomorrow. But I'm gonna try to film them all today. That's why I woke up early for you, for binge watching this show in just one session, because you know the show is out since 1 week and a half, something like that now. And so far I avoided spoilers about it, because you know I went on Twitter just to share links for the videos that I posted during this week, and that was all, and also to respond to you or to like one of your comments when you are sending me stuff. But that's all, you know, I was not going into my wall, I don't know how they are naming that on Twitter, my feed, I don't know. I didn't go on it because really I wanted to avoid spoilers, and so far I'm really doing a great job with that. And so far also, you know, I posted during this week my two first reaction videos about the two first episodes, and you are so great, you are really trying to not tell me any spoilers on the comments, because you saw, I mean, you read that I just watched the first half of the season, so you are really respectful with that, and I love that so much, really. I said it during my binge watching of the show during this summer, and I'm gonna say it again, you're the best community that I met with these reaction videos, because you are so kind and so respectful, not tell spoilers. And I have to say it also, you are the more active on the comments, but also on the likes, and you are also telling, I don't know how to say it, but constructive comments, like you are just not saying, oh I love that, oh I hate that, you are really taking the time to write me comments about the episode, about my reactions, about stuff that I said during the episode, about things that you know because you make research about the show, things that you understood during the episode, your series, I like that so much. You are really taking the time to do that, so I'm taking the time also to respond to you. I'm really trying to respond to you when you are asking me things, or when you are saying stuff that I didn't see, or you know, things like that. And it's so great, and I missed that, you know, during this summer. It was so great when I met you, when I met this community, the Screaming Fire Hawks. I'm now a Screaming Fire Hawk. I'm like assuming my position, you know, now in this community. I'm like you, I'm a new Screaming Fire Hawk. I'm making, you know, the difference between the old Screaming Fire Hawks who saved the show for us, the new Screaming Fire Hawks. I cannot thank you enough for what you did, really. So yes, I wanted also to thank you in this video for being so kind and respectful again with the binge watching of this season 4, and for not telling me any spoilers on the comments, because you knew that I didn't watch the second half of the season. Today I'm gonna watch it and it's gonna be great. I hope that it's gonna be great, because I saw one of you said to me that some of the old Screaming Fire Hawks were not happy about this season. You know, were having negative opinions about this season. And for me, I have to say it, I'm loving this season so far. With the first half of the season, I'm loving it. I have the impression to be totally lost with the proto. I have the impression to discover, you know, something new, a new background, a new context, a new universe. I know one of you told me to not say universe but to say galaxy, but you know, galaxy, universe, solar systems, I'm mixing all of these words, but you've got it. And I think that in French, universe, l'univers, it has a meaning that maybe it doesn't have in English. I don't know how to say it, but and maybe it's just me, you know, it's just my thought about this word. Stop. I was saying that, you know, with this season 4, I have the impression almost to begin from zero again, you know, with this universe and the new rules into this universe between the different factions, you know, between Earth, Mars, the Belt, the OPA, the ones who are keeping the gates, the refugees, the scientists on Illus. You know, we have really new rules between them. We have also new things that are happening in each factions, you know. We are seeing that something is changing on Mars. We are seeing that things are changing a lot with the Belters and into the OPA. See, all of this universe, I mean the universe of the show, is changing, and all of what we know about the Proto, I have the impression to begin from zero again, because now we are not trying to understand what the Proto is doing now, we are trying to understand what the Proto, I mean the Proto civilization, was before. And I think that it's an error, you know, for the characters to just focus on the past of the proto-civilization. I think that we are forgetting to look out to what she's doing now, you know, I mean the proto-civilization. Like, you know, each time the proto had a purpose and made stuff to go somewhere, to do something. And right there, I think that we are missing something. Each time, you know, we are one step behind what the Proto is really doing. And I have the impression that we are doing the same during this season. And at the end, we're gonna discover that the Proto was using Holden, okay, for him to understand what happened, but also for doing something for itself. What? I don't know, but I have this impression. And the discussions between Miller and the Proto are confusing me, really. I spoke with one of you on the comments about that, about the fact that I have trouble to make a limit between what is the conscious of Miller and what the Proto is telling by Miller. Do you understand what I mean? And I discussed also on the comments with that person about the fact that so far, with the first seasons, for me the Proto was acting and reacting, but I didn't think that the Proto had real feelings, you know, real emotions. And with what Miller is saying and doing since the beginning of the season, during the first half of the season, I had the impression that the feelings that Miller expressed were sometimes the feelings that the Proto was expressing, you know, that it was not just Miller conscious, but it was also the Proto saying feelings. I don't know how to explain it, but I had the impression, and it was really disturbing for me because of the image that I had about the Proto. For the image that I had about the Proto, for me the Proto was acting and reacting because of logic stuff, you know, because of logic reasons. But if you are bringing feelings and emotions into the Proto, I don't know, it's giving another, I don't know how to say it, another thing to the Proto, and it's really changing the way that I'm seeing it. Because I have this issue, you know, to see the difference between what Miller is expressing and what the Proto is expressing by Miller. So we'll see if the Proto has feelings or not. I don't know, but I had this impression, yes, during the first half of the season. I wanted to talk about what? So yes, I was talking at the beginning, I'm sorry, you know, it's a mess. I was talking at the beginning about that comment left by someone telling me that some people are not happy about this season. So far, I'm really happy about it. I'm loving it. I'm excited when I'm seeing it. I'm involved into it because I'm seeing myself, you know, I'm involved with the characters, with what they are doing and with what they are feeling. especially Drapper. During this season, I have the impression that Drapper has really a big storyline, you know, and she's gonna evolve during this season. And we are seeing that she lost her job, you know, to be a marine, and that was something really important in her life. She's losing her new job that she didn't love, but she's losing it. And she's losing also her dream about Mars, because she's seeing Mars in a different way than before. And that's interesting, because so far what Drapper had really for her, it was that dream about Mars, about what Mars can be. And it was really something that guide her, you know, all along her path. That was something like her face, you know, it was really like that for her. And it's really hard to see her losing everything, losing her job and that other job, but also her faith in Mars. And she's always trying to do the right thing, because, you know, she said to the police that David was kidnapped, but the policeman was involved into the kidnapping, so yes. She said the truth also to her boss, but of course he wanted to be a part of this thing. We are seeing her trying during this first half of the season. She tried to do the right things. She tried to have a new life with this new job, even if it's really the opposite of what she did before. And even if she was discovering stuff about Mars that she didn't like, she tried, she really tried. And what happened during the last episodes, her finally saying, okay, I'm gonna work for you, to this man, it was something that we could have predicted, you know, with her evolution during this first half of the season, but also something that I can't blame her for taking that decision. But I really hope that at the end she's gonna go back to, not go back because she can't really go back to what she was, but at least she's gonna find hope again for Mars, for her situation, her own situation. I don't know, we'll see. So yes, I was telling that some people had bad opinions about this season, but I have some theories about why maybe some people are disappointed about it, because I think that the old Screaming Firehawks, you are fighting since so long for having this season, so maybe your expectations for this season were really high, and it can't be great enough for you. I don't know how to say it in English, like your expectations were so high for this season that of course you were gonna be disappointed about it, even if the season is really great. That's one of my theories about why maybe people can be disappointed about this season. And my second theory is about the fact that the first 3 seasons were really working together, and you know, if you are considering the first season on its own, you know, it was not as spectacular as the season 2 and the season 3. And even if a lot of things happened during the first season, it was really there to present us the universe, the characters, the storylines, the issues, the proto. It was the beginning of the proto, you know. I think that it's gonna work like that also for this season 4. I think that this season 4 is gonna be the introduction of the season 5 and 6 maybe, because this season is presenting us this new universe. You know, the new rules of this universe, with the gates, with the ring, with the refugees issue, also the Belters working for the Inners now, and the OPA, which is divided into a lot of factions, and with Mars, which is changing, and with Illus, with the past of the proto on Illus and stuff like that. I'm really considering that season 4 as I considered the season 1 of the show. And I'm maybe having this impression about the season 4 because, like I said, I have the impression to begin from zero again, because we are in a new planet, because we are discovering the proto in a total different way, because we are focused on the past of the proto, and also because this universe, the rules of this universe changed, and that's why I have the impression to begin from zero and to be in a new season 1. It's like a trilogy, you know. I don't know. You know that I didn't read the books yet. So I don't know if it's working like that, you know, into the books or not, if the 3 first seasons were a trilogy and now maybe we are beginning a new trilogy. Can you confirm that or not into the comments if I'm right about that or wrong? I have really this impression that the 3 first seasons were a trilogy and working together and now we are beginning a new trilogy. I don't know why I have this impression, but yes. So yes, I have really 2 theories about the fact that maybe the fans, the old fans, didn't like this season because of that, and I just watched the first half of the season and I'm seeing that. But yes, I have this impression and I wanted also to share it with you because I know myself, I know that at the end of the season, with this binge watching of the second half today, I'm not gonna talk really about how the show is built and all of that because I'm gonna be with my emotions, you know me. So yes, I wanted to share my thoughts about that with you now during this intro. And it's already a 24-minute intro. I'm gonna stop talking right now and I'm gonna begin this episode. When you know you're talking too much, clap in your hands. When you know you're talking too much, clap in your hands. You don't know how much I'm hating myself during these moments because each time I'm thinking about the editing and the fact that it's gonna be a long editing. You know, if I'm filming like 1 hour, I know that I have 2 hours of editing to work for. So now, to just know that I talked during 24 minutes for the introduction, I know that I have already 1 hour of work just on the introduction. I'm tired of myself.
One of the islands on the other side of Illus just exploded.
Yes. Yes.
The first thing you're going to feel is the seismic quake from the explosion. It's moving straight through the planet, so it will reach you in like an hour, with a tsunami behind it.
Oh, yes! How can they can't just take all of them on the Russie? They don't have enough place. I was waiting for him to do that. How can you all evacuate?
We packed the roster, the 2 light shuttles from the Edward and the 1 from the bar. We get everyone here off the ground in 1 trip.
Yes, that's great. Except
Almost died coming out here. Some did. This was our chance to make a home.
you're gonna die if you're staying.
Will you support our claim? Tell your friend the Secretary General that we have the right to be here.
Leave! I understand you, but leave.
Beltalona! Gather your things. It's time for us to go.
I was afraid that we were gonna have martyrs or stuff like that. Your daughter? She's alive.
No.
She's choosing her path, you can't blame her for that.
To tell you some things about what your mother has done. It won't be easy to hear.
Nope.
It's going to look very different tomorrow.
Yes.
Are you expecting
I don't understand. What?
I don't think so. The other islands all appear to be cooling down, so small favors.
What was that?
I'll open up a channel to Felcia Maiden on the bottle pickle.
Oh, your daughter. Oh, she's not happy.
Are you all right?
Oh. If it's the last time that she's seeing her, she's gonna be mad at her. Don't ever finish a conversation with one of your parents, someone that you love like that. You don't know what can happen. What now?
Looks like the bar and the Eddie are in the same boat. All their systems check out okay, but as soon as they try to fire up the reactor, zilch.
So the physics of fusion have just stopped working.
Why? And does it mean that you can't leave that planet? Drapper. Drapper, are you spying on him or are you working for him? She's working for him. Like, she's keeping him safe. I don't like that. You loved that? Because she loves to be on mission, you know, to do stuff that she thinks that is important. It's not.
You gonna be ready to go? Worried about me?
Nah.
I have to be.
You're a shit ton easier if we had the heavy shuttle book to make it. Forget the mission.
That can be the beginning of something. You know, during the first episodes, I was saying, okay, I'm seeing the sexual tension between them, but I'm not seeing chemistry. For some episodes now, I'm beginning to see something. I'm not ready to ship them, but I'm ready to have an open mind about it, you know. How? Why? And the consequences of that?
On this planet decided to keep anything similar from happening again.
The light shuttles, the Israel and the Bar use chemical rockets, which means they'll still work.
Getting you all off the ground is only half the problem. The bubble we call it is too low.
And it's not ready for atmosphere.
Low orbit. It's got more atmospheric drag. Slows it down. Makes it fall.
The barb's thrusters were not designed for this kind of work, and
The drive is out. We can't speed on. The bomb will fall. And burn.
Dorosi's batteries will last longer, but eventually...
We all.
Your daughter. But not just your daughter, also the ones who are gonna be into that ship during that time. Some of the refugees and scientists right there.
I don't intend to have any of the bounties on my shuttle. They're welcome to use the heavy, if they can reassemble it. I'm done.
Excuse me?
Just make yourself a partisan in all this. However,
It's not the time for that!
to help get them up safely and back down again.
You're really gonna
They dump all the illegal
let
money
people
they
die?
get. Shit. You're not saving them.
No.
You're just killing them slower.
Yes.
Can't stay on the surface. Greet the wave that you unleashed.
I hate him. I'm always trying to understand each character, even the villains ones. But right there, I'm understanding him, but I'm hating him, no matter what. I didn't hate someone so bad in The Expanse since Nguyen. I want him to die. Quick! I'm tired of him already. Okay, he's a great villain, okay, the actor is really playing well, but I'm tired. What?
This is 9-3. Is there a problem with the shuttle?
Big one?
Stand by. The shuttle is gone, sir. All we're picking up are high energy particles in the vicinity.
What's going on with the moon?
Yes, it's going to the moon. Oh, you're so screwed.
Reinforced shelter that can handle 200-kilometer-per-hour winds and massive flooding.
Plan C sounds like everybody dies. We're going to the ruins. Those structures have been here for over 1 billion years. Anything can survive what's coming inside.
Is it really safe to do that?
We'll figure it out.
We don't have a lot of time.
We'll figure it out fast.
I love you, Amos, but I'm doubting on the fact that they are all gonna survive. I don't want them to die, but I'm also doubting of the fact that it's safe to enter into the ruins.
The OPA has no objection to that.
We weren't asking for permission.
You're working together.
The ship that you assured us had been destroyed.
Oh, we had every reason to believe that it had.
Do you know who was behind the attack?
Marco Inaros.
That's your release.
He will be killed.
He should have been already.
Was a tight beam comm laser?
That's what we think.
We'll let you know what we find.
By order of UNN Fleet Command, we will be remaining inside the ring space to help secure it from any further incidents that are beyond your ability to control.
Those are not the conditions of the armistice.
The OPA
Yes.
violated those conditions first.
Marco Inaros is not under our control.
Then why did you promise you could deal with him if you could not? We'll be in touch.
Fuck.
Nice view.
Oh, be careful, you. So now we are working for the inners and we are babysitted by.
It's an ancient inner say.
If we hadn't spared Marco's life, it would have divided the factions. We have to stay united.
I understand that, and I'm okay
There's
with
no way of knowing
that,
who
but
Don't resolve this quickly, head to the human satisfaction.
Then they will never leave. And we won't be able to force them to go